Steal my medication, I make you seriously regret it. So when I was 15 I was diagnosed with bipolar schizophrenia. Now despite what TV shows and movie portray it. Not all schizophrenia are and serial killers. If you can keep your medication in balance you can live a perfect normal life. From the age of 15 to 20 was rather hard as we tried to find the right balance and medication for me. But it been 11 years since I was first diagnosed and has been 6 years since I have any really bad symptoms. There has been a few minor issues when my meds would go out of balance. But nothing too extreme. Anyway, this happened 3 years ago. I had just moved into a new apartment with 2 new roommates. We will call them Zach and Rachel. Yes, those are their real name, cause F them. Anyways, due to my illness I take multiple medication. Antipsychotic, antidepressants and anti-anxiety medication to name a few. These are all rather strong medication. So when I moved in and got settled and I started notice some of my meds start going missing. I have my pills counted out and ready. So I know exactly how many I have. I immediately suspect my roommates as they were the only one with access to my room. I also knew for a fact they took other medications to get high. They were pretty open about it. But I had no proof. And didn't want to risk pissing them off as I had to live with them. So I looked past it hoping it was a one-time thing. But it wasn't. After a few days of this I lost it and confronted them. They denied it and of course I had no proof. I even got a lock for my room. But somehow they still managed to get in. So here where the revenge starts. So due to all my medication I get constipated a lot. So I have a very stronger laxative I take when this happens. They are tiny pinkish pills. If you don't know about medication you could easily mistake these for something else. One morning before heading to work I took my antipsychotic pill bottles and switch out the pills for my laxatives. And then I left. When I came home that evening, both my roommates were in the washrooms. I asked Rachel what was wrong. She made up some bullcrap food poisoning excuse. They spent the whole night in and out of the bathrooms. My medication stopped disappears after that night. Karma is real and there is a special hell reserved for people who mess with mentally ill people. Mentally ill people have enough to deal with in their lives without needing extra BS. They could have put Op's health in danger. Those roommates are incredibly crafty people. Messing with medications is screwed up and highly illegal. Especially prescription meds. I have some chronic illnesses, some of my meds are controlled substances. So if I even gave one to say a family member with the same condition who was without meds, and it got reported, I'd be in serious crap. On a similar note, if someone took one of those pills without warning and took them, they'd be in the proverbial gutter, and a legal cluster F. Can you imagine? Ugh. That angers me. The other problem is that if these meds are controlled, then there would need to be proof that someone took them or they were destroyed, or you won't be able to get a refill until the normal time runs out. Yes. I have had Xanax for my anxiety in the past, and those are extra controlled, get a new prescription every time meds, and when I took them on a trip and they got ruined by some face wash in my travel bag, they made me visit my psych and get a new prescription. And still give them the ruined ones. Yep, same sort of stuff has happened to me. If I put a repeat prescription in even a day early it will get rejected. But the doctor's office can take a while to sign off, so if you put in for them when they say to, it leads to regular running out of meds. And certain meds aren't designed to be stopped cold turkey. I have a pain medication prescribed to me that is a controlled substance. I try to take it as infrequently as possible for multiple medical reasons. And my doctor is really pleased with that, but once the practice manager at the doctor's office made them ask me about my meds. Because the manager thought me not ordering them as often as I'm allowed meant I was misusing them or selling them. Which makes no sense, as if I were selling them surely I'd be trying to order as many and as often as possible. Right? Sometimes it makes no sense how they think. This is inconsistent with my perception of reality and what should be. Ergo you are clearly committing malfeasance. Everything else aside, if I'm short medication and out of refills, I'm the one who has to schedule a meeting with my doctor to explain why a controlled substance didn't last the specified time and dosage, to which they may have cause to deny me. Yes, which can cause such problems. as all it takes is a suspicion of drug-seeking/drug abuse on a person's medical records to screw up future treatment in many ways. Not just getting refused meds but getting refused other treatments and tests as they assume the patient is lying to get pain meds. They could go for something unrelated years after the note being made and still have doctors not trust them. Which has been known to have doctors insist on drug testing in the emergency department, delaying patients getting treatment of any kind as the doctor assumes the symptoms are fake or caused by drug misuse. Sort of had the opposite experience myself in the States. I have an issue with my knee since I was 22, but checkups didn't reveal anything and they want to prescribe pain meds instead of actually discovering and treating the source of pain. They have decided for now that all they want to do is pain management. Which at the moment is pain meds that don't even half my pain levels. I've done a ton of PT but the therapists all say my pain needs to be lowered first and they fear they are causing more damage. Last time I saw the pain management team they offered me a week of classes on how to deal with pain. And admitted that the classes wouldn't teach me anything I wasn't already doing. Every year of my life my pain has gotten worse, and there are clear physical reasons for it, but the hospital don't seem to care at all. They'll openly admit that they know I'm suffering but then not do anything. It's also bloody dangerous for the idiots who will take anything in the hope of getting high regardless. I once accidentally took one of my terminally ill mum's high-strength MST tablets. I was a mess and would have been in no condition to help myself, never mind my mum had she needed me that night. I couldn't even get up off the floor. Yeah, this is why despite having several of the same medical conditions my mum and I never use each other's meds, especially any that are for pain. Because medications can be so unpredictable, and need to be chosen by a doctor with any other medications and health conditions in mind, as the wrong combinations can be deadly. Not to mention we all react differently to meds. My aunt is on a far lower dose of a pain med I have as an optional treatment for breakthrough pain. She can only take it if at home with zero responsibilities as it affects her so much, it has even made her hallucinate. So when she saw me take mine with lunch and have no reaction she was shocked. But then I've never gotten a high feeling from any medication, so I do wonder if I'm one of the people who are wired in a way that their bodies don't react that way. I don't know a ton about it, but I know it's to do with how your body is with opioids, as some people's receptors for that stuff just don't react the way is more common. This was a basic diclofenac which we were both on the same dosage of. My prescription had run out until the following day. MSD are color-coded according to strength. It so happened that one of them was the identical size and color as the diclofenac. They deserve every stomach cramp and moment on the toilet. Lucky the tablets looked similar. I like when I get less common colored tablets as then I can tell them apart more easily. As I put everything in a pill box to take in, when double checking if they are all white ones of a similar size, I panic that I've not put something in. Literally crafty people thanks to the laxatives. I do love wordplay jokes, so thank you. Senecot is real. Senecot is karma if you take it when you don't need it. I don't think they were maliciously messing with op, it sounds more like dumb kids taking pills to get high. Will this stuff give you a good high? Probably not. But it's free, and most high schoolers are learning that it's the easiest way to get a high at all. 10/10 revenge, would not cross you. F them. I honestly thought they were taking your anti-anxiety meds when you first mentioned them. But taking your antipsychotics is beyond crafty. They're hella necessary and expensive AF. Great revenge. Made me happy that their buttholes turned inside out. I would have gone further because I am super petty, would have sold some of their stuff, while they were seeing God with their sphincters, to make my money back. Then told them to F off if they accused me of theft without proof. I'm not a good person off my meds. In the early stages I had what was believed to be a very mean and violent slipped personality. I have been free of that for 6 years and I am terrified of it coming back. It's a good revenge story, but with the title and subreddit, I would have guessed you would have contacted the police and ruined them for stealing prescription drugs, which is life-ruining and definitely pro-level. This is more r/petty revenge tier, so I'd recommend posting this there. Reddit link. No, this should be r/brittycraptor revenge. Hey, Reddit link. Life destroying is nuclear, Also, he didn't have proof, so the laxatives are pro enough. I don't know, a lot of pro-revenge stories end with lost jobs, lost homes, divorces, etc. Those seem pretty life-destroying. Yes, they are, but not necessarily they have to end engulfing the soul of your enemies, or you have to plan the revenge 123,435,424 years of your life, as much of the lurkers think. Sometimes, just calling the police or giving them lax ants are pro enough. Another common mistake is that if you do something illegal, that automatically makes it nuclear, and nuclear revenge is really pissed off about that. Thanks for watching. Comment on what you think was the best part of this video. Subscribing and hitting that notification bell on YouTube is a great way to get our content. You can also watch it on Facebook. A link to our page is in the description. See you soon.